I look like an idiot. Oh,
Hi!
hello, everyone.
Erin Lee here of heavenlymessenger.com with my gorgeous friend, Bobbi Rowntree, born
Hello.
medium. And thank you for joining us for this on-the-fly Oracle Chats. Bobbi and I were talking yesterday, and we both kind of realized that today was Sunday and that neither of us were available at 3:30. So we decided to come to you when we could.
And we didn't even tell you. That's why there's one person.
Well, mostly because we didn't know when it was going to happen.
No. Hello, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
We were just talking about Sarah yesterday.
All good things,
Yeah.
obviously. All good things.
We're talking about what an artist you are, Sarah.
Yes.
What a talented artist you are.
Awesome.
Okay.
So we weren't 100% sure if we were going to have questions from people because we didn't know if it was just going to be the two of us talking on our own
to each other.
Yeah. So we're super excited to see everybody here. If you have any general questions, so we're not doing readings today, but if you have any general questions about mediumship or spirituality or psychic ability or intuition or dreams or whatever, please put them in the comments. We would love to connect with you.
You want to know.
That's right. and in the time from the 10 minutes that we posted that we were going live to like right now, we created some questions that we thought of things that we could talk about just in case it was just us.
I've been with horses all day.
Yeah. I offered not to have a shower after doing the lawn today, but Bobbi smartly chose to have me get clean before she had to sit next to me.
I could knock you out. And I'm dirty.
And who knew that sweating was a superpower?
It actually comes with what we do.
Yes.
Yes. I don't think you stink as much as I do.
Oh my gosh. So after we were talking about it a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah.
I started to notice. In fact, I mean, when we did our pre-recorded live, it was right after that I tested positive for COVID. But I noticed that after our chat, I'm like, I am ripe.
It's a funny thing. I could be all cleaned and shined up, and I start doing a reading. It's like, whoa. When the man come in here? No, it's me.
Well, I wonder if that's part of the reason that it's so important to drink water when we're doing like spirit work and stuff, because we're losing and we're like clearing out and
seem to
detoxify.
clear out toxins when we do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really strange,
Big
actually. But it is like across the board. So many psychics I know stink after readings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walk into a metaphysical fair at the end of the day.
Yeah. And it is ripe for sure.
Massively. It's weird. It's something about the energy. It has to be.
Yeah. It's got, we're moving a lot. So.
Yeah. And we're bringing in positive energy, and maybe that actually pushes out the negative. Is stink negative though?
I don't know. I mean, like sweating is a really positive thing. It's a healthy thing.
It is a healthy thing. Does get out toxins.
Yeah.
The yogis are always talking about that.
Maybe it's all part of the raising of the energy and the vibration that we do when we're working. And then the body is like, hey, like, let's get rid of this stuff that doesn't work for us. Yeah. So there you go. We've just
discovered it. Maybe we're wrong.
We've just found a new reason why you want to connect with your intuition too.
You want to smell
so that you too can smell.
And there is no deodorant good enough.
No.
I don't care what you're using.
No.
I have actually used Men's Right Guard.
Have you?
Yeah, and nothing.
And nothing.
Sorry, I just smell like a stinky man. That's it now. Well, not entirely. Okay.
Right. And as I start coughing, I have been testing negative for the last couple of days, so I'm not putting Bobbi at risk, and we're all good.
We're all good.
Yay.
I'm should I say I think I'm immune?
I do.
I do.
That would be awesome.
I should stop saying it because God's going to hear me. She's going to like, oh, I forgot to give that to her.
Right, right. She's don't tempt fate.
Yeah, don't tempt fate. Should we say hi to everyone?
Yes, I was thinking we would. So, hello, Sarah. It's great to see you. And Lorianne, hi. And Karine, hola.
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 Hola. Oh, we're very, very international.
Very much so.
Hola,
yeah. And hi to Ruth.
Hi, Ruth.
And Divya.
Hi, Divya. I like the way she spells Divya.
Me too. It's a beautiful name. It's a beautiful
It's a great name. I only ever know a drag queen named Divya.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that drag queen.
But you know of her.
I wish I knew that drag queen.
Awesome. And Lorianne is just
stinks.
yeah, Lorianne, I'm just noticing her comment. We'll come back to that. Let's say hello to everybody here,
and then go back to your
and then we're
Blue
gonna come
Dragon
back.
question, Lorianne.
Yeah,
I wonder about that too.
Oh, interesting.
And Carrie's got a lot to say.
So Catherine's saying that stink is low zinc. That's really interesting.
Well, how do you know if you're low in zinc?
I guess you'd have to have
and that
like
makes
a blood test.
Tired, right?
I don't know.
Zinc is energy.
I don't know. I know iron is. I'm wondering if maybe that's what you're. We'll have to take a look into that. Catherine. Thank you, Catherine.
Not me. Low sugar or sweating. So you don't stink. You just sweat.
Low sugar or sweating.
We need clarification, Kareen.
Yeah, let us know because I'm not 100% sure what you're referring to there. And Carrie, hello, and Carmen, hello, and Penny. It's wonderful to see all of you. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay, Carrie's got a really good question too.
Okay, well let's quickly pop up to Lorianne. We'll pop down to, and that way we know that we're going. In order. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So Lorianne was asking, is seeing blue dragonfly a family member who has died? I'm going to put that over to you.
I saw 3 today. So I hope not, because I'm all good on the death of my family right now. But there's been so many.
I think maybe
she thinks maybe it might be a dead family member coming to say hello.
Yeah, like
somebody, then probably.
Yeah.
But I always see dragonflies as good omens. Mm-hmm. I see them as being when a dragonfly comes in and lands on you. I say to people, "Oh my God, what an honor! A dragonfly has landed on you." And I don't know why I think that way. Someone told me that once, I think, maybe, that if it's like a ladybug. If a ladybug chooses to land on you, you should say, "Thank you, ladybug."
That's good. That's good luck.
It's a good omen. Yeah. It means that it's a positive. But I see the dragonfly heaven angel connection. Yeah. Do you see that same?
Well, I was going to say, for me, dragonflies and butterflies are very similar. And, and for me, butterflies for sure are your loved ones letting you know that they're around and that they're with you. I mean, I think with anything that you experience outside of yourself that says, "Hey, like, pay attention to me,"
it's a something.
Because
maybe your family likes moths.
Exactly.
They like spiders. Mosquitoes.
It's worth asking.
It is. Yeah. And actually, on that, with the butterfly thing, with all the deaths that I've experienced, I think it was 3 weeks ago, I found a dead monarch butterfly in my driveway. Wow,
I didn't know we had monarchs on the island.
It looks just like one. I hope it's the same, but it looks just like a monarch butterfly.
I'm sure it was.
And it's really huge, like this.
Cool.
Just dead.
I mean, not
driveway.
Cool that it was
so
dead.
Upset. I was so upset. It was so upsetting. I took a photograph because I thought, I'll photograph it, and then I leave it for the insects to eat. Yeah. And then about a week later, there was one on my doorstep.
Really?
Yeah, there's a bench right next to my front door, and there was a dead butterfly right there.
Wow.
I know. It's really straight. And in full floral, too. Like, not shin like this, like with their wings spread out.
I don't know that I've ever seen a dead butterfly just like I mean, I know
neither have I. I've never ever seen
it
looked like a bug collector butterfly. It looked like I could stick the pin in it and put it in a little book.
Oh my goodness.
And I said, "Auntie Patty, don't kill butterflies for me."
Yeah, I know you're around. Well, it's kind of, do you think it could have been one of your pets, your deceased pets? Kind of like, how cats will bring you their presents and their trophies in the form of like mice and birds.
I see. Oh no, it would have been horrifically. These were very beautifully intact.
Okay. So not mangled is what you're saying.
Not mangled and bloody. No, I get those presents. Yeah, usually it's entrails.
Right. Yeah. Oh,
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've never been brought intestines? What?
No, I have never had cats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I've been brought many intestines, carcasses. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Times.
Yeah. I know someone who woke up to a bunny being murdered on their bed by their cat.
Gosh.
They actually nursed the bunny back to health.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not sure how they did that, but they did. They nursed the bunny back to health and re-released it to be murdered again by something else, I'm certain. But those bunnies. What is up with that?
I'm not sure.
Why when is there sacrificial animals out there?
When it's your time, it's your time.
But bunnies, it always seems to be their time.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's I don't know. I
They
don't have an
exist
answer
as
for
food
that.
for predators, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
that's why they multiply so
so
rapidly.
quickly, so readily. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Because
that's
they are food.
and that's
Yeah.
part of maintaining their species.
It must be.
I love how we come
Got
to
'em out
all
of
of these really random conclusions, and you guys are just like, hey, we'll roll with it.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's usually my fault. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's almost always my fault.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll go on a tangent
Yeah.
today.
And Carrie.
Okay. All right. So Carrie
Come
said,
on, Carrie.
so Carrie said that she's been channeling, connecting with the other side a lot lately. Amazing. They pop in and have chats and messages for their loved ones. So I have been passing them
It's the
along,
last sentence.
but wondering why they're so random with me. I find it's when I'm in my meditation state creating jewelry.
Well, duh.
Yeah. So,
And I mean that with all the love I can give to you, Carrie.
yeah. So Carrie has been one of my Reiki students, and she did her master level with me a couple of years ago. And one of the things that happens when you receive an attunement is your psychic abilities can open. And one of the ways that clairvoyance opens is actually seeing how jewelry can be created in your mind's eye. So the fact that you are in meditative state, you're creating jewelry, I mean, all of those are very psychically opening things and experiences.
I even hear when I do yoga.
Yeah.
Because I'm raising my vibration, I am actually centered. When you're doing jewelry, when you're making your jewelry, you're centered on one little thing, and you're allowing these things to come through you. I know because I wear your jewelry. I'm talking to her right over there. That's hilarious, not the camera. I'm talking to her over there. Anyway, I wear your jewelry and I can feel your stuff on your jewelry and the way that you make it. And honestly, you really should make it more readily available, Carrie. That's the problem I have with you, young lady. And I mean that with all the love I can give.
Of all the love in the world.
Of all the love in the world.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, creation is something that our souls called to do.
Yeah, it's your sacral chakra.
It is. It's our soul. One of our soul's passions is to create. When you are in creative process, you're connecting with your soul. You're connecting with God, source, universe. You're
we are all connected to God, source.
Yeah.
And we call that person creator.
Whatever you want
when you are in creation. Yes, I agree completely. And it raises the vibration.
Absolutely.
And as a clairvoyant, I know that she absolutely must see all the jewelry that she makes, and then it flows
and then it just comes through.
Yeah. And the randomness of the messages actually might have everything to do with the type of
jewelry
dead person. Because they might resonate with either something you're thinking about at that time. You might have actually talked to the person who is connected to that dead person, and that started this whole thing.
Yeah. And
it could even they will see the connection. The dead. It's kind of like if you were traveling to another country, and you thought, I hear someone speaking Canadian. That's what I call it. You kind of shift on over. Did they just say Comox Valley? What the? And you would actually move yourself on over there. That's the way the dead work. It's very much like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally makes sense to me.
Okay.
Totally makes sense. That's awesome.
I hope that helps, Carrie. So keep moving with it. Actually, keep going. Keep meditating.
Absolutely,
and asking for it.
And if anybody who is watching like live or later, if you've been asking, how can I connect more with my deceased loved ones or with my intuition, being in a place of creativity is a wonderful way to do that, because Bobbi's absolutely right. It raises your energy and vibration.
Moves everything. That's what I find with writing my book. Because I'm being creative, they actually start putting things in. I'm like, really? Is that right? And then I have to go and research it. And it's funny. Corinne just said, shave your pits. I am going to show you my pits.
Yeah, mine are bare too. Always.
You don't close up though, because I haven't showered today.
I'm close enough.
It's a daily thing.
Yeah.
And JC's here now.
Awesome.
Did we say hi to Carmen and Penny?
We've said hi to Carmen and Penny, but hello to JC. And Daddy Longlegs are rampant. Interesting.
Philip Godson wants Penny Bachelor to inbox them. Why is that?
Oh, well, that's because this is somebody that we are blocking.
Hi, Philip.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
actually, you know, one of the nice things about you and I doing the show like this is we go through the comments pretty quickly and we're able to
Catch people before they start soliciting people.
everybody.
Yeah.
So when we're on the lives, if somebody is contacting you or is messaging you and saying, "Hey, contact me, inbox me, I have messages for you." I mean, if you're drawn to them, go ahead, but it's pretty skeezy. So
It is, yeah. Yeah. There's
I
so
wouldn't
many other
trust it.
psychics out there. that- yeah. It might be in your neighborhood or might be yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. So, Debbie, hello, welcome. Debbie's saying today at the lagoon, we saw a seal jumping up and flipping in and out of the water. Oh, cool. For a good 3 minutes right in front of us. I took it as a sign from heaven saying hello.
Then it was.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's the first thing comes to your mind. That's the thing. Don't doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that is cool.
What a magical
Yeah,
experience.
because seals usually they're like puppy dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like my tummy, it's warm. They don't like jump up and down.
Well, this memory actually came up on my Facebook a couple of days ago. It was 2016, and I had just had surgery, and it took me a while to get back to doing readings.
Surgery the same year.
I know, and
Yeah.
I saw you.
And
just
we ran
after.
into each other
At about the
after
same
yours and I was
time.
going in for mine. That was so funny. Yeah.
So I was just getting back to work, and I was working outside here, and you might not be able to see because it's pretty bright, but the ocean is right there. That's that brightness behind us.
That's that gorgeous thing right
Yeah,
behind
actually,
us.
if we tilt out.
Sorry, we gotta get out more.
So I had about a half an hour between my two clients, and I was really tired because I was just getting back to work, and I'm like, do I just sit and rest and enjoy this day, or do I return some emails? And I hear this and I looked over and there was a whale going by. So my family has lived here for almost 20 years now, and I can literally count on one hand the number of times any of us have seen a whale out here.
I am so envious right now.
Well, you'll just have to come and hang out.
I just have
We'll
to
see
just stare.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you'll hear the
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, anything that speaks to you. And so for me, that was confirmation that I should just sit and enjoy and take that half hour for myself. So, and the whale, and to enjoy the whale.
Yes, and yeah, I wish I had seen a whale.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's put it out there
for my recoveries. That's why I have all my spiritual warrior stuff.
All your stuff.
All my stuff.
We've got some exciting news, but it's coming down the pipe.
Pipe. Yes. It's coming.
Have a variety circle. Oh, and a fairy circle.
Fairy circle.
Oh, I love fairy circles.
I have got to build a fairy circle. I have fairy villages.
Yeah.
And I have a tranquil moment pathway.
Yeah.
Tranquil moment pathway. It's a circle.
Love it. I love it.
I walk around and I have to think. I walk in a circle. It's a pathway.
Well, it's like a labyrinth.
Yeah, it's where my
through your
Rowntree
garden.
is growing, which got attacked by caterpillars.
Again.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Well,
you know about my yes,
mhm,
yes.
Okay, so we've got Carrie. I'm just going to keep going through
It's
the
been more
questions.
frequent. Am I allowed to pass messages on? That's a really good question, Carrie.
Yeah.
Really, really good question, because it can, when you watch people, like certain people, Long Island Media, where they come up to strangers and bother them and things like that. If you tell them, what I do is I say to the dead person, if you want to talk to them, you tell them to come to me and say blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother them. That's what I usually do. And it works.
Yeah. For me, it's really important to give people the choice. And so if you are going to approach somebody, like if it's somebody who's close to you, I wouldn't talk to just random strangers and say, hey, I have a message for you, because they're out and about doing their thing and it might not be an appropriate time. And that deceased loved one, if they really need to get through, they're going to get through in a way that is appropriate for that person.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
And you can just tell them, like, tell them to come to me, and then I will tell them what you said.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
start the conversation.
but if you are if this is a message for somebody that you're close to, that you have a relationship with, that you can say, hey, are you open to receiving a message? I had so and so popping in, and that gives the person the
It
opportunity.
actually reminds me of something.
Mhm.
It reminds me of when I first opened up.
Yeah.
When I first was doing it, and I used to hang out with this young woman whose father had crossed over.
Mhm.
And I would be with her, and he would drive me out of my mind. He even did things like he kicked me in the butt when I was driving to her house once in my car. And I remember once sitting in the living room, and where everyone's talking, and finally I just said, "Ah!" And I said, "So and so," because I can't say her name because it's a very distinct name.
Very.
"Your dad says hi." She's like, and then it just stopped. I was like, "Oh, thank God." I started reading her, and she was, "Oh my dad, oh my gosh." It was a big thing.
Yeah.
So maybe because they just flashed that in my head.
Okay.
It was someone that was close to me. She knew we had talked about, we had both lost our dads and blah, blah, blah. And he's still kind of rude that way when I see her.
Yeah.
I can actually see him in my head right now. So it's probably like, "You're talking about me."
So no butt kicking.
No, I can't remember what his first name was. I remember, obviously I remember hers. But sometimes I'll remember their names, and I can actually talk directly to them.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay.
Awesome.
There's Carrie.
Oh yeah, other Carrie. We've got a couple of Carries.
We do.
Ruth saying that she's been having trouble understanding her dreams.
Oh, that's a good one, because
Yeah.
I get the weirdo dreams. Do you get weirdo dreams?
I have been getting, I go through phases where I'll get like really intense dreams, really weird dreams, really disturbing dreams.
I don't like the disturbing
No,
ones.
no. I have really real dreams of people who are really close to me passing away or having passed away, and I'll wake up with this feeling, and it's
Really?
yeah. I
You
had
ever dreamt about me?
no. No, it tends to be around my siblings.
I figured it was family and siblings, because that's
Yeah.
usually the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes actually it symbolizes something else.
Yeah.
Like a fear you have that you can't help them, or you can't reach them or control
Yeah.
something for them. Or death is a transition.
Yes.
Maybe it's signifying to you that something's going to change with them.
Well,
and that's why they do it.
that was actually going to be one of the things that I was going to say is,
there you go.
is death can
like I'm
indicate. Yeah. Almost. Yeah, I mean, a death in a dream can indicate like a new beginning. So like a marriage or an engagement or a new job or a pregnancy
I was gonna say,
or
bye-bye.
yeah. But in terms of like understanding your dreams, one of the things that I do if there's something that's really pressing at me is I'll write it down and I'll ask for more information throughout the day.
I was gonna say.
Okay, we have to high five that. That was awesome.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, and I get the same thing.
Mhm.
And I have a dream that keeps on popping in my head right now, where I moved somewhere. My husband
interesting.
and I went and moved somewhere, and I actually was like, because it starts my thinking, maybe I do want to move that place. Not far. It's like,
Yeah.
I want that.
Yeah, well, I mean, the house is up for sale next door. It just went up for sale. Now I'm gonna have Bobbi
Wouldn't that
checking
be
it.
snazzy?
That would be awesome. It'd be really easy to do this
Wouldn't that be snazzy if Erin and I live next to each other? You could find us in one spot all the time.
all the time.
That would be great. Oh,
Pardon me.
Heather Hill.
Okay. So hello to Carrie as well. Thanks for joining us.
Carrie, we were talking about you.
All good things. Okay, so Heather's saying, today I found out, my little brother passed away. Oh, Heather, I'm so sorry.
Yes, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Heather.
How do you want to handle this one? Because we say no readings on the show. So I'm going to put this to you because this is your field.
Okie dokie. Okay. His name is Ralphie. She's written that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not that great.
Okay.
I agree, Heather. No one told you.
Mhm.
Holy Hannah, that must be such a gut punch.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
in all of it. Such a, like, the living get in the way of your morning. They really do. It's really weird. Gosh, I am so sorry that this has happened to you and that you did not know. Okie dokie. Actually, okay. I think possibly, I don't know if you two were estranged or he had no way of getting a hold of you, but he may have actually been trying to get a hold of you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if he knew that his passing was imminent or he had an inkling about it, but there was a mending that was supposed to happen, a fence mending or something like that. He's taken a broken stick and he's making it a whole stick.
And I'm kind of hearing that I wouldn't be surprised over the last little while if there were some random like messages that came through and you're like, what is this?
Why
or
am
where
I finding dimes?
Yeah,
What's that smell?
Or what is what is that?
I actually think what's that smell? Because I'm actually seeing Heather walk around and I was going,
what's that smell?
Like, what's that smell?
Yep.
Yeah. And I actually think too that the mending of the stick isn't up to you. I'm sorry. Like, you actually might be not the perpetrator, but the victim. So that kind of, But honestly, though, your grief and your mourning and your connection to your brother is yours and yours alone. And it doesn't even matter if anyone else is connected to it. It's yours and his, and that's that. And I think he's been leaving you dimes or something like that, because he's showing me like so many dimes. It actually shows you opening a drawer and there's like 100 dimes in the drawer, which would be really neat.
That would be really
$10.
Awesome.
But
yeah, because with inflation, I think that our deceased loved ones really need to pick up their game in terms of what they're giving us. Like today, I'd washed my sheets and I pulled them out of the dryer, and they're sitting like right in the bottom where the lint trap was an American dime, which has to be worth at least 12 cents rather than only 10 cents.
Or at least 11 and a half.
Anyway,
11.7 cents.
So, like if they can start leaving American coins, they could start leaving loonies and toonies. I'm pretty
sure my aunt leaves quarters.
Does she?
I am absolutely certain my aunt leaves quarters, because my aunt and my uncle passed so
close together.
And when I see the quarter, I think of her. When I see the dime, I think of him. And then I'll see the penny and think of my dad.
Right.
Yeah. It's weird too. With all that passing, I see my grandmother so much more prevalently.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's like, she's
she's like the matriarch,
yeah,
right?
She is the matriarch,
like
she's pulling everybody in.
Yeah.
And she's the,
and bumping them up to.
Yeah. And she's the one who spoke through me.
Yeah.
So she's
there.
She's there. I was gonna call her a beast, but I don't want to have a nightmare.
No,
I don't want to mess with.
No, you want to be nice to your loved ones on the other side.
Especially the ones that can play tricks on you. Heather, actually. Hello, Leanne.
Hi, Leanne. Thanks for joining us, and thank you. and Corinne with your dolphins. Awesome.
Those are dolphins.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're dolphins. That's what I'm going to call them.
Okay, we're calling them dolphins.
Yeah, awesome. And Shannon's asking how to book a reading. So to connect with Bobbi, what is the best way to book a reading with you?
Oh, okay. I think I don't know which one of us she was with.
Okay, well, that's okay. we'll both give the information.
Okie dokie. Well, mine is, you go on my website, Trinity Yoga and spiritualservices.com. You can also find it on Born Medium and Trinity Yoga and Sport. Yeah, I've been looking at it and I changed it.
Oh, good.
But I know you can find it at Trinity Yoga and spiritualservices.com. I wish I was as organized as I think I am.
I can help you with that. And if you were wanting to book a reading with me, my website is bookingwitherin.com. And
that's
I'm
so much simpler,
right? Well, I ran into people misspelling Heavenly Messenger, and granted, it's spelled in a really unusual way. So I needed something that was really simple and straightforward.
Yes, because there is somebody else who uses Heavenly something.
Yeah.
Because every now and again when I tag you, I find them.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
This other heavenly thing.
Yeah.
It's like our universal.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Awesome. Let me see. So we have Jessica here. I've heard about people experiencing a visit from someone around the time that they passed away. But what about 36 hours prior to passing? Oh, I'm trying to ask if there's a difference, but I'm not sure how to word it. Yeah.
I totally understand.
Yeah, I understand too.
Because there is no time.
Yeah. And
it's our construct.
And it feels like it's kind of a preparation to let you know.
And sometimes actually when the person first passed, you get like lights flickering and stuff happening. And it's actually, I always wonder, I know that they actually receive help from people on the other side. And that's what I'm actually seeing, is that someone more dead helps them to communicate in that way. But at the same time, I've seen dead people show me themselves going back in time to the first beginning of their passing, now that they are able to do the things. And that's why there's like that little, I want to call it the dead zone.
Interesting.
Afterwards. So that your person could have missed
Yeah.
a little bit beforehand. And I actually think there might be a reason for it.
Well, I was just going to say, it feels like, I mean, in the same way with the dying dreams that I have with my loved ones dying, it can be, if somebody pops into your head really strongly and there's somebody who it means a lot to you, see that as a sign to reach out and connect with them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. Yeah. Because you might be being told, hey, go say I love you.
Yeah.
This is all you need to do.
Yeah, I had a situation years ago, like right at the very beginning of my reading career. I was doing a Haiti benefit, and we were doing readings for like 15 minutes. And I was in this great big huge room with a whole pile of other readers. And the message that came up for the woman who was sitting in front of me was that either she or her husband was going to pass. So I didn't give this message for several reasons. One, I wasn't in a place where I could offer any sort of support. And that's a really big message. And you can't do that justice in 15 minutes. But two, I could have been wrong.
You could have misinterpreted.
Yeah, I could have misunderstood what it was. Exactly. And so I didn't talk about that. So I asked, like, what can I say to this person? I only have 5 minutes with them. And what they told me was to make sure that she and her husband spent quality time together, because, it didn't feel like there was anything that she was going to be able to do to make a change about it. And so the best thing that she could do was to have really awesome and amazing quality time with her partner. And so, if somebody is coming through for you in that way, see that as encouragement to make amends with them, reach out to them, to connect with them. But there are a lot of different reasons.
Oh yeah. I actually, when I was 16 years old, 15 at that time, I went to a tarot reader to decide whether or not I should move to Winnipeg. When I was do my grade 11 and grade 12 in Winnipeg. And she said, there's a man that you have to go back for.
Interesting.
It was the last year of my father's life.
Wow.
If I had stayed in Winnipeg, I would have missed the last year of my father's life.
Wow.
And oh my God. I actually get welly just thinking about how horrible that would have been for me.
Absolutely.
I know that's what it was. She said, there's a man with brown hair.
I've got goosebumps.
Yeah. So it can be, because there's expiry dates.
Yeah.
People have, like, you're born this day, you're going to have this many children, and you're going to die on this day, and they're going to die this way. I don't know about the this way, but I know that this day. Or time. It's not like July 15th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom. At 12:15. You're dead.
Well, they're windows.
It's a window of time.
Yeah. And we have a lot of different windows. Have you had that experience?
Not particularly, but I believe it's true. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. I totally believe there would be windows.
Yeah. We have, that our soul has lots of different opportunities along the way to decide whether or not we're going to stay or we're going to go. Have we done enough in this life that we have enough that it's ready? It's time for us to go to the other side to start doing the work over there.
Oh my God, I'll be 107. I'm still
we
not
need
ready.
To percolate a little more.
I still got some more stuff to do, and that doesn't look perfect. And this is like, it's like getting ready to go out. I can't.
Well, okay, but I mean, like, to me, we're talking about like a slight OCD kind of.
Oh yeah. Has nothing to do with your life.
Which has, to me, sounds kind of like ego based. and like, at what point does your spirit say, well, okay, you've learned that lesson enough, or you've gone over that enough. That's no longer a reason.
It's like, stop straightening that.
Just let it go.
Stop making that so it goes with this, and then everything is in alignment.
Frozen starts coming in. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
All right. We won't. I don't know any more than let it go.
We won't quit our day jobs.
No, we're not gonna sing to you anymore, because everyone's so sick of that song. Recommendations for enhancing your own mediumship abilities.
Awesome.
There are some great questions coming from these lovely folks today.
I know, Marissa. It's great to see you. I'm glad that you popped on tonight.
Excellent question.
Do you?
Does that?
I mean, I think we've talked about a couple of things.
Yeah, I would think that for your own mediumship abilities, would that be to listen to your own dead folks?
I think,
or other people's dead folks, because those are two different things.
Well, let's do both questions. And that way we make sure that we cover it.
Okay, your own dead folks acknowledge every time you think that they are there. Every time you think that they give you this or they give you that, acknowledge it, because every time you acknowledge it, they get a little bit stronger. And every time they get a little bit stronger, they actually step it up so much better.
Yeah.
My dad is such an amazing communicator now. It's snazzy do. My aunt's really working
Nice.
hard too. And she's brand new.
Yeah, she's
but
not
that's
been
who
gone
she
long.
was. Anyone who knew my aunt would be like, yeah, of course she did.
Mhm.
She went straight to the top and said, how does this place work? And can I have your job?
Can I have your job?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, to really illustrate that point, imagine that you're standing in front of an audience and you have your microphone and testing 1 2 3, is this on? And nobody in the audience says anything. So what are you going to do? Testing 1 2 3, is this on? Until you get a response. So
tell a joke,
right? But until you get a response from your audience, you're just stuck in this, like, hey, are you listening? And as soon as the audience says, yeah, we can hear you, then finally the show can start. So the more that you acknowledge what you're receiving, and I think that that is true not only of like mediumship, but that's true of intuition and psychic ability as well.
Yeah. And I actually could not have controlled the mediumship if it weren't for meditation. There's no way in shape or form. It was just a constant, because you don't always know if it's you or if it's them or who it is, or because you sound like yourself.
Yeah.
The only
that
real
own
difference
voice.
is every now and again you can actually hear a slight accent or inclination, but it sounds like your own voice in your head.
Yeah. And I mean, like, this isn't my forte, but part of what I would say is creating space to connect on a regular basis. Say, hey, guys, like, let's talk. I've got time and space, and I can.
It's a muscle.
Yeah, and I can clear.
If you want bigger biceps, you gotta lift stuff.
Yeah, you practice and just trust. Yeah. Okay. And then, if you're wanting to do mediumship for other people.
Now, if you want to do mediumship for other people, meditate, and leave yourself open to things as well. And be sure you're sure.
Right.
I actually think that mediumship is there's a weight to it. It is incredibly, I don't want to say it's important because that sounds silly, but I take it very, 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 very seriously, because when someone loses someone on the other side, and especially if they're not familiar with it, it's an enormous thing inside of a person. And I've had people come to me after being with someone who calls themselves a medium, who's told them things that are upsetting or wrong or something, and then I have to undo, and then there's a whole lot of confusion in a person. And there is a lot of trauma, and I mean, that's true certainly of mediumship, but I've also experienced that with clients who have had readings with other people as well, in things that have been said. Like, I had one, sorry, it wasn't my client, it was the client of another person, another friend of mine, and this woman had been told, again in like a 15-minute reading, like I had described earlier, that her daughter was going to miscarry her first child. So throughout her daughter's entire first pregnancy, she was terrified. And you know, like, can you imagine how traumatizing that would be to go through something that could have been one of the most amazing experiences of your life as a mother whose daughter was having a child, being afraid that she was going to miscarry. Especially since she could have miscarried a child without anyone even knowing.
Absolutely. So
it already could have happened.
There's a lot of responsibility when you give readings to people.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important. I think that's something that's not really spoken about in courses and classes. Certainly not anything that I've taken.
No, and I think a lot of psychics go into it thinking they forget they're still a human being trying to listen, and the information is being interpreted through their brain. They actually get a little too ego-driven and say, no, this is the way it is. And I actually used to watch Sylvia Brown every now and again on Montel Williams, and she would talk like that to people. And I would think, how the fuck? You don't know that, and people would say, but I'm not, and she would go rah, 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 at them. And I'd be like, wow, I can't even imagine that being the message. And if she got the wrong, because she was doing those space readings too, where they have the big group of people in front of them.
Right, like an audience kind of reading.
Anyway, well, that's a different subject. I almost started that subject.
So if you're wanting to develop mediumship abilities to do readings for other people, be really sure,
and meditate, and know that you can never work alone.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take ego out of it as much as you can.
Yeah, because they will
Yeah.
knock you on your tuchus if you don't. They will. They're horrible that way.
Awesome. Let me.
I am so sorry, Heather. Heather says that he suffered.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I
I'm
don't
so
know.
sorry,
We're
Heather.
looking at the same screen. I'm so.
No, because you're on it.
Oh, I'm on it because I'm like, I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
Hello, Josie.
Awesome. Okay, not awesome. Sorry.
I keep looking at the names. I have such a tendency to do that. Hello, Josie. Like Josie's right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, fabulous. And I just want to actually talk about what Heather is talking about in a more general way. Heather said here, I just hope that he's at peace. And I mean, I can't speak for you, but I would imagine that that's one of the biggest concerns that people come to you with
almost
when their loved
they
ones
want to
have
make
passed.
sure they're okay.
Yeah,
And I totally get it. I had a friend who killed himself, and I remember watching his coffin being lowered into the ground in February in Kamloops. So it was freaking cold, and all I kept thinking was, "It's gonna be so cold." I was so like because I couldn't get past that. So yeah, I totally understand what people worry, especially since he had done it. So, but they're always at peace. They're home. This is the place of all the angst and the everything that we all worry about here. Yeah, really, especially these first 3 primal chakras. Is gone when you die because you don't have to worry. Nobody goes, look at the money. Yeah, nobody does that, right? No, they're like, look at the people. Yeah, look at all the things, all the love I have around me, and all the loved ones. And yeah, no, he is. And actually, he is. If your parents are gone, he's with them. He is most definitely, even if he didn't like them. I see people are like they hide on other dead loved ones on the other side. Do they? Yeah, they're like, I can't get them home without them. They're driving me crazy. So I have to hide.
So just if you think that you've gotten away from them while you're here in this lifetime, because
they're going to be there. Yeah,
because you've hidden.
Yeah, thank God he's dead. But that depends. Yeah, that's bad people. Anyway, okay.
Awesome.
That's a you thing.
That was a me thing?
The Carrie.
Oh, okay. So Carrie's asking about recommendations for shielding for empaths. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, there are a lot of things that you can do. I mean, when I started doing this work, I made up rules. And we've talked about universal contract of service in the past, but basically my rules are, they kind of dictate when and how I'm willing to receive messages. Another one is, as soon as I realize that the feeling that I'm experiencing, whether that's a physical sensation or an emotion, as soon as I recognize and realize that that is a message, then the symptom of it has to go. And I'm really like cut and dry on that. As soon as it happens, then it has to go, because it doesn't serve a purpose for me to feel the person across from me, all of their grief. I know that they're grieving. I've had enough of a taste of it, and I don't need to feel that anymore in order to be able to like have empathy and compassion, or if I'm meant to do something. I really do a lot of work with shielding and grounding as well. One of the places that I used to find really difficult was like going to Walmart or to Costco, because they are places where there is so much anxiety.
People are so stressed in the grocery store.
Oh, so much.
It's ridiculous.
But especially the places that have the really high ceilings and they have those really nasty fluorescent light things. There is so much anxiety because I think that those things create it, and then it becomes trapped. So you continue to feel it and experience it. And so I ground myself before I go into those places. And at the very beginning, I used to have a plan about what I was going to do, and I wouldn't like wander the aisles or anything. I was in and I was out. And that helped me to not take on everybody's stuff. Because when you stay grounded, you can stay connected with what's yours.
Grounding, that's my thing.
Is it?
Well, I've got to do more of it. How shocking! I'm not grounded.
I mean, I don't think that you can ground enough, because the more that you ground, the more that you go up and receive.
Yes. The more you ground, the bigger your tree grows.
Exactly.
The more foliage.
Exactly. So ground.
I'm full of foliage.
Keep grounding. Is that like being full of shit? I'm
full
of foliage now.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was saying. Yeah, full of foliage.
Full of foliage. Roughage. Yeah. But and then you're asking specifically about shielding. I like to use a bubble, and do you?
I use a pink bubble.
Do you? Yes.
Like a hamster ball. Sometimes it'll even go like this. Like I'm pushing it. So if you ever see me in public going, I'm in my hamster ball.
She's in her hamster bubble. I don't know why you're not going faster though.
Well, because I don't want people. No, I'm leisurely going through the grocery store. I don't get stressed out about the grocery store because I go through the produce aisle and then I go to the perimeter and then I leave.
Yeah.
I don't
go into the other stuff.
Sometimes I'll go in the other aisle for tea
Mm-hmm.
and coffee. I do go for tea and coffee.
Yeah.
I love my tea.
Yeah.
I drink so much tea.
Yeah, she's got her tea right here. Yeah, but okay, so I have rules for my bubble, obviously.
You have rules for your bubble.
I know.
What color is your bubble?
Usually it's pink.
Me too. Why is that?
I think because it's a very loving color. Like
I think
it's
it's
very
because of the closure
nurturing.
of the heart chakra.
Oh, the closing of the heart chakra.
Yeah, it's green when it's open.
Uh-huh.
Pink when it's closed up.
Oh.
It's the only one that closes up.
Interesting. I've never experienced that before. That's really cool.
I learned that as a yogi.
I can see that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Neat.
why I think it's actually closing the heart chakra. So
Yeah.
you're still full of love, but there's like a little,
but it's like
coating.
it's like a ceiling.
Yes,
Ooh, I like
yes.
that.
It's like the coating on your pudding.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never make pudding. I don't know why.
You mean like the skin?
Yeah, like
the
the
skin
skin
that the pudding gets.
I don't like to say that. I'm
Yeah.
a vegetarian.
Oh, right.
I don't like to,
The coating.
Yeah, the
Coating.
coating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that little, yeah.
So the rules that I have for my shielding
Shield,
bubble,
yes.
anything that is positive and loving is more than welcome to come in.
Okay.
And anything that is negative bounces off of my bubble and it goes back to the person, but I have it transmuted into love.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And I send it back to them, because if they're sending negative stuff out to me, whether it's conscious or not, there is absolutely no benefit to anybody by sending back the negativity that they sent to me. I'm going to send them back something that is loving and hope that it helps to shift their day.
Yeah, and if you send back negativity, then maybe somebody innocent could get hurt in that.
Exactly. It's okay. It's gone. There was a wasp.
A wasp. Things.
Yeah, but that's an awesome question, Carrie.
It is an awesome question, Carrie, because it's something everyone needs to know, because everybody needs to shield.
Absolutely.
Because we're all a bunch of psychic freaks.
Okay. So I absolutely agree. I think that shielding and like grounding and protection, I think that that's really important. But there is a new thought and a new idea that if you raise your energy and your vibration, the negative stuff can't stick to you. And I thought that was a really interesting thing, because when we practice Reiki,
Yeah, okay, I get that.
yeah, like one of the questions that people will ask, particularly if they're highly sensitive and they pick up on other people's stuff, is how do I make sure that I'm not taking on any of the stuff that the person that I'm working on is holding on to? And if you keep your energy and your vibration high, like vibrating really fast, then anything that is slower or lower than that, it can't glom onto you. So the other thing is to do things that help to keep your energy and vibration high.
It's kind of like if like this, like we both were talking about, this is one of those days.
Yeah.
Where everything, like right now, my hair is trying to tickle my face, and it's almost like, are you gonna react? Are you gonna be upset? Are you gonna be upset? Are you gonna get angry? And then if I do get angry, then something else happens,
Right.
and then something else happens, and then I run into a grumpy person, and then that, and
It just balloons.
we notice these things in the negative so much quicker and easier than we notice it in the positive.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Like we will glob onto the we'll expect the negative.
Yep. Yeah.
Weird.
Well, like, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's been going around on social media for a long time. And the lesson is that there's this teacher standing up at the front of the room, and they're doing like 9 times tables, and they've made a mistake with one of them, and the entire class laughed. And the teacher said, I did all of these other ones and I got all of them right. Why are you focusing on the one that I got wrong?
Because you're the teacher, and we like it when you screw up. That's what they said.
It probably was what
you're
they
in
said.
the power position over us, and when you fart, we go, ha ha, you're human. That's my opinion. But
Well, there's that, and that we also look for faults.
there's that.
See, we balance each other out. So
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Divya here. When our loved ones pass on, does their attachment turn into immense love? Just trying to understand if they continue to worry about us, or are they at peace and in company of their loved ones?
Both. They do
Awesome.
continue to worry about you. You
Mhm.
betcha, because they'll come to me and go, "Why is she doing that?" I don't know.
I told her not
Let's
to.
talk to her. Yeah, but yeah, they do. They both. All of those things happen. Actually, okay. Probably maybe the best example is they often show me us as being their TV. So they're always
Mm.
watching us. We are a source of entertainment. Yeah, kind of like reality TV. You watch it because you're just like, oh my God, this train wreck. Like, why do you watch the Housewives of something? I don't watch these things, but those are train wrecks, right?
So are we kind of saying that reality TV was likely conceived of by somebody who had like a medium experience, or maybe like a
reincarnated person who still retains some of that idea within them? Because I think people do.
Yeah,
that's why babies are born being able to get online. That used to be a thing. Trying to get online used to be a thing. It wasn't like click, click. There we go, Safari. It used to be.
Man, I don't know that I appreciate that reincarnation.
Well, I noticed it with my kids.
Yeah.
That they were born and they would see something like
with
this and they would never stump. They could just go right to it. And I actually think that's because of reincarnation. That's me.
Oh, well, you see,
it's an evolutionary thing.
I'm going to take the tangent on this.
Okay, goody.
I think that it becomes part of the global conscious.
Okie dokie. So they're actually born like a fox is born knowing how to forage for a rat.
Yeah. And ravens apparently, like if you threaten a raven, then future generations of ravens will fear you because you've been aggressive towards one of them.
Or they will bother you.
Yeah.
They actually remember faces. So
So that's kind of what I think. And I see that being like the more that we have in our conscious awareness, the more that is just generally shared.
Yes. And that raven thing is something fallers know.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes, because ravens are in the woods and they go after your food.
Right.
And things like that. And they remember your face if you, things like that.
Do
and
them
they'll go after
wrong.
your stuff more and things like that.
Interesting.
They're funny creatures. I actually just posted ravens.
Did you?
Yes, I have a family of ravens that have moved in the tree line all around my house.
Yeah.
My husband and I watch them every day. It's so they're
That's
great.
wild.
And they have arguments and everything. Like they're full on because raven children will live for 3 years around their parents in the same neighborhood.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why you'll have groups. They're actually families. Yeah. They're parents and the parents mate for life.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like penguins.
Yeah, like penguins. Like
Very
actually humans, but humans don't realize it.
Yeah. We haven't
because humans are like, what's over there?
So
humans are like,
I'm going to pull us back from the tangent that I took us down. I'm going to admit that was me this time. But yeah, and Divya is asking, does their attachment turn into immense love? I mean, the times when I've connected with deceased loved ones, they almost always come through with huge amounts of love.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, so much love.
I mean, would you say that that's also part of the reason that they even like bother coming through? Because if you think about it, there's a lot of energy that they need to use
so much energy
in order to be able to come down to connect.
Hi. And they can see stuff you cannot see. They can see the full grid.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh my God, don't go over there. Don't
It's kind of like watching like the horror movies.
Oh my God.
And you're like,
why don't they just get in the car and drive the hell away? I don't understand that. Anyway, I don't watch horror movies.
Oh my gosh. I just realized that all of our like media entertainment is totally from those deceased loved ones on the other side.
That's what it is.
That's where that idea came from. That's why we do it.
That's why we have TV.
Yeah, TV and movies and
yeah. Thank the dead.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so Divya is saying that she's just trying to understand if they continue to worry about us or if they're at peace. And
it's both.
And yeah,
they're in a better place. It's kind of like, your life is going wonderful and you keep looking at your cousin who's just a complete mess. I go, God, I wish I could figure her poop out. But boy, I'm comfy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's it. I care about my cousin, but I'm comfy. And actually, there's very, very little they can do for you, really, anyway. So. Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting because like when I read the word worry, like worry to me, it can be a really all-consuming thing. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the things that I feel with deceased loved ones is that it doesn't consume them the way that it would while they were still here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say worry, I'd say more concern. When
yeah.
I think of worry is premonitory. When someone worries about something, they're actually trying to bring the future to them in a very negative way.
Right.
When they are concerned for you, they're just wondering why you're being so dumb, or why you're doing this, or why you're doing that. And it's actually kind of funny too, because the way Divya's question goes right into Cassandra's question. They are very, very similar sorts of questions having to do with the other side.
I haven't even looked. Shall we go to Cassandra?
And what's really interesting too is the date with Cassandra's.
Oh, September the 11th. Yeah, we do.
We have a plan on that particular date, Cassandra.
Yeah. So,
which is kind of funny considering what she's talking about.
Okay, so I'll just read for everybody what Cassandra has asked. So my mama's birthday in heaven is coming up September 11th. She's been gone from us for almost 4 years, and I miss her more and more each day. Life is changing, and really missing having my mama to tell everything to and hear her advice. So
you hear her advice every dang day.
Yeah.
You actually hear it in your head every day, and then it gets reinforced by something else. And you might be following it, you might not.
Yeah.
But yeah. Would you agree? Because that's actually what I heard. I actually heard you talking to your mom, and you actually hearing from your mom in the back of your head.
Yeah.
And not, that's what my mom would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was going to say, often people's relationships get better with their deceased loved ones.
Mine has with my father.
Yeah. Once they cross over.
Yeah. In the way that women my age get warm. Okay. I enjoy them, actually.
Do you?
I love having the inner furnace. I have been cold for 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
So I love it, actually. Yeah. It's the sweaty part I could do without.
Right.
But yeah. Anyway, flashing. Anyway.
September 11th.
Beautiful Heather.
Hold on. I'll get to Heather in a second. I was just going to say
she was writing to Cassandra.
Oh, that's lovely.
And sharing and giving light and love to Cassandra. And that is a very beautiful thing for you to do, Heather, especially since you're in mourning yourself right now.
Absolutely. One of the things that I love about our community is how you guys talk to each other back and forth. I love seeing
and that actually reminds me of the thing I want to ask everyone too.
Okay.
Yes. If you have a business, Carrie's, and you're part of our Oracle people, Oracelians, please, you can actually, you're welcome. Well, how do you want to do it? You can actually put it on the feed if you wanted to advertise your business there, or if you'd like to. I don't know if people can go on our Facebook page.
Well, I don't get Facebook messages. I don't use Messenger, so you would have to be in charge of that. But I think probably what I'm going to do, we are wanting to create more of a community, and on our website we are going to have part of our Orkelian community there.
That's where we should do it.
Yeah, so I will put up a thing on the website because I'm the website person.
Yeah, she is,
and it will premiere at some point, but we really want to be able to support all of you amazing people because you are part of our community and you support us and we love you. Yeah. So we will be putting that up. So keep an eye out for that.
Because lots of the women, I'm saying women because almost everybody on here today is a woman, that come on here actually have businesses that are spiritually based that other ones of us can actually benefit from, and back and forth and so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if anytime you can cut Jeff Bezos and Amazon out of the picture, makes me a happy lady.
Absolutely.
I'm not a big fan of him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Do we ever read one another? Actually, good question, because I kind of forced Erin to read me yesterday. Almost every time, actually.
And you read me too. Yeah, you do too.
Okay, I thought I actually just
you
suckled at your teeth. Can't believe I said.
I don't believe you just said that either. I mean, I had proposed a dirty psychic show today, but Bobbi said, no, you go ahead and have a shower. And now she's bringing my boobs into it. That's okay. It's okay. When I was typing out your name, I accidentally put in 2 O's. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had to spell our names in French class in grade 6.
Oh, I'm sure.
I spelled Bay-O-O-O-Bay-Bay-E, and that was it. Everyone was like, oh, baby, she said we can call her that.
Oh, dear.
Pine Ridge Elementary.
Hold on. I was going to say, on September the 11th, we're going to do an angel show.
Yes.
We're going to talk about angels.
Yes, that's why you're talking with Cassandra with your your September 11th date, and September 11th I know for a lot of people is a thing.
Yeah.
But we're going to do
it is actually International Angel Day. And so
Did you know that?
we're going to do that. And I was actually thinking about it as I was bringing stuff
Question.
out. Uh-huh.
Who decides that it's International Angel Day? Did
Well,
God herself say, "Hey,
I mean, like,
my army needs a day"?
kind of. No, Doreen Virtue after
her.
after 9/11 made it so it's been International Angel Day for about 17 years now.
See, and I think it's Rhea's birthday.
Well, there you go.
Who's Rhea? Anyway, it's Kristen's daughter.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yes, so we'll do that. And I was thinking as I was bringing everything out at 444, which is your angels are with you, helping you and supporting you.
She's all about the 444.
I am. I was born at 444.
You're kidding me.
No.
I was born when Laugh In was on.
Were you?
That's all I know because my dad was watching Laugh In. And they said, "Hey, you have a daughter again." He went, "Yeah."
Yeah, another one.
I make daughters. Yeah.
So, yes, we're going to do an angel meditation at 444 on September the 11th, and we'll start our show at a point.
Yes.
On that
It'll be
day.
a big goddessy sort of angel day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. We're excited about it.
So we're going to talk about angels. Bring your questions.
It would be super cool if we could actually do something in person.
That would be cool.
That
We'll have to
would be
figure
cool.
that out.
We'll have to figure that out.
Figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, Heather, that's lovely. Both with the goosebumps and that you're enjoying our energy. We so
Agreed, Carrie.
appreciate and enjoy you guys.
COVID gray matter. Is that what's in our brains right now? I didn't get it.
I'm not sure.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. So Josie, hello, and Chris. Gypsy's big on palm readings. Yeah, I'm back in the gene pool. Okay, so let me see. Where are we going next? Okay, so Elizabeth.
Oh, interesting. Because that's a cross thing, don't you think?
I haven't completed reading it yet. Did you want to go ahead?
Okie dokie. Elizabeth is asking if her dads are watching over her and she finds feathers all over. But okay, actually, when I find feathers, I always think it's angelic. But since my aunts crossed over, I find feathers all the time. And I actually can hear in my ear sometimes.
So there is such a thing as an incarnated angel, which and so sometimes you'll see somebody, typically people who are incarnated angels, they'll have rounder faces. They tend to wear their hair longer. They might carry a little extra weight on their body. They tend to be really really loving and kind and genuine and just kind of always there for you. And so
sorry, I'm staring at you.
that is part of yeah, and typically they'll be drawn to work with angels as well. And so it would make a lot of sense to me that somebody who was an incarnated angel would leave a person feathers. So one of the things that Elizabeth is saying here is that, you know, he had powers, but that he never shared those with us. Yeah, I could see that also being potentially an angelic connection as well.
Or he could say to them, could you actually send her this because she needs just that little more boost that you guys give. It could be that because angels because my aunt has been, I hear things like that, but I actually think it's that my aunt actually went all the way upstairs.
She went to
she
the
crossed
top.
over. She's like, okay, who's in charge here? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I think we go back to, you know, if something has a meaning to you, like you see something and it's caught your attention,
if it pops in your brain. Yeah. And actually I would say with Elizabeth, she actually might hear things and smell things more than see things or find things.
Yeah.
That's just something I'm seeing.
Well, you know, I think that's a really important thing to mention because
everyone does it differently.
Yeah, everybody does it differently. And unless you acknowledge that that's what it is, then you'll just, you know, randomly smell toast or gasoline and not know why.
Or old lady perfume.
Yeah.
Old lady perfume.
Cigarettes.
Nanny's here. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, my mom is coming because I smell the old lady perfume.
Yeah.
I just saw a seal.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he
Very
just went
cool.
over there.
Yeah, we're getting a really lovely sunset out the back.
Yes, isn't
kind of.
this beautiful?
Hold on, we have to go. You have to go.
Look at the sunset.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't see it. Sorry.
Yeah, we're back.
All right. All right, let's see.
All
We've
right.
got some more questions. My mouse is not working very well here, so. Oh, Josie. I use Josie saying that she uses a bubble and she carries crystals and sage. Those are wonderful ways. I think
wonder
that
if I actually have any crystals in my bra today.
I am actually
No,
braless
I
at
just
the
have
moment,
this.
so I just use my jewelry.
She's flying free.
Yeah. Sweetgrass and tobacco too. Those are beautiful.
Yes, I have cedar, sweetgrass, and tobacco. That's all. It's indigenous.
Mm-hmm.
Each and every bit of that. Yes,
Yeah,
I have sweetgrass
absolutely.
that was braided and given to me by one of my clients.
Oh,
And it's weird because I always keep it on the table in front
Yeah.
of me, my in-person clients.
yeah.
And that person's daughter came for a reading, and
Yeah.
the sweetgrass, it fell off. It was over there. And all through the reading, I was
Oh.
like, I gotta go grab that. But I didn't want, because
Yeah.
you don't want to distract or do
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
like that. You're like, you're in, so you're in. And
Ah,
isn't that weird?
wow.
That was
That's
weird.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that the sweetgrass
pretty
moved for
cool.
her. Anyway, yeah.
I'm seeing Josie talking about spiritual attacks being tough. Yeah,
That's kind of what we were
absolutely.
talking about yesterday.
We were talking about that a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Should we?
Well, should we say that?
Whatever you want to do.
Well, we're not sure if the little balls and the rods and the things like that in my back might be a spiritual attack.
Mhm.
That somebody might wish ill upon me.
Mhm.
Shocking.
Truly.
I mean, my goodness.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
No, I piss people off. I know I do.
I think she likes it.
Yeah, I'm
But-
okay. But yeah, spiritual attacks are tough. Now, is that what you would say? Like spiritual attacks? That's very broad.
It is. I think to me it goes back to the things that we're doing for ourselves to honor ourselves and to protect ourselves and to raise our energy
Okay.
and vibration. And
So you look at it more as the positive prevention
Mhm.
rather than the negative offense or defense.
Well, actually, I would say with both.
Okay.
And here's where I'm going with it. Like from a prevention point of view, the more that you raise your energy up, it just can't stick to you.
Mhm.
So I don't like to talk about energy as being higher or lower, because to me that starts to bring in hierarchy, and I don't think that energy is any place to be talking about hierarchy. And so I talk about faster and slower.
And could we realized and unrealized?
Oh, tell me about what you're thinking.
Unrealized energy can
Oh.
be something that's happening. You don't even realize it's the energy. You
Yeah.
actually start to identify it as something else.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so I mean, from a preventative point of view, if something is being sent at you or towards you, if you're keeping your energy up, it's kind of like putting a force field so that is unrealized in your body or in your energy field. But let's say that you've already got something that has started, that has, shields were down and it got through. Raising your energy and vibration before it starts to manifest on the physical can be a way to remove that, because I'm going to go into a little bit of Reiki.
Okay, do it.
All right. Okay. So when our bodies are in balance, we vibrate at a level like this. When there is disease or unwellness, I would put attack in this as well. Then our energy and our vibration, it slows down. It's not as fast, and it makes us susceptible to more negative or uncomfortable or unpositive experiences. Can make us prone to injury. It can have an effect on our mental and emotional health and well-being. It can have an impact on our physical health and well-being, how our bodies function, how we're able to function in the world. If we are raising our energy and vibration up, or if we are increasing or speeding up our vibration, that which is out of balance can no longer continue to vibrate at that slower and lower level. And so when we practice Reiki, and this is true of a lot of other hands-on energy healing as well, we are channeling that universal energy, which has the highest vibration of all. We're channeling that, and we're surrounding those slower areas with this really high vibration energy, and that helps to raise it up to bring back into balance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You almost encapsulate it.
Kind of, yeah. And then it just brings it up. So, you're not getting rid of an energy. You're just bringing it back into balance and into alignment. Now, the tricky part comes in if you have been holding on to that for a long time in your body, because it just means that it takes that much more to raise the energy up to get the vibration higher and faster.
That makes perfect sense. And actually, you could put that in practical terms as well.
Yeah.
You could put it in personality traits or even addictions or certain, because you just divert the energy to a different sort of idea.
Yep.
And then it actually becomes something totally different.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yes. Like, I don't say I'm a workaholic anymore.
Good.
I'm highly productive.
I like that, actually. I like that a lot.
I need to be productive. I'm a producer. I wish I was.
Creator.
I have so much money. Take it all the money. Anyway, I don't want all the money.
Highly creative. All right, let me see.
I know.
That's a really good one. I don't think that that's something that I've explored. We have angle.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yes, that's what I thought.
Yep, angle of elevation. Do you have any thoughts on ether? And have you ever considered it, or do you feel like it exists? I have to say, it's not something that I've explored. Have you?
Ether, as far as I know, is the thing that bad people use to knock you out so that they can hurt you. So
in which case, it very definitely exists.
It's not the same.
No,
I didn't think so.
No.
This is actually possibly an idea that I'm not aware of at this moment.
Yeah, I think so for me as well.
I
don't
keep
think
changing that to angel of elevation.
Yeah, I don't think that's something that I've explored. I mean, earth, air, water, ether, like is what I go to.
I see.
And that would for me be like close to spirit.
Yeah, it's just that it's spelled with an A.
Yeah, I don't think that either of us have enough knowledge,
yes,
or information to
angle
to speak
elevation.
To that.
Yeah. I can't call you Angle. I'm sure your first name is not Angling, your last name is Elevation. Middle name of. But you never know.
You never know.
Maybe your mother knew.
You never know.
And that was that.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so Sarah,
did you see that?
I did. It just kind of came and got you.
They do that all the time.
Those darn little
those insects.
turkeys.
I am certain they have little fairies on their backs, and they're like, "Get the bitch." Sorry, I'm tired, so I've sworn like 8 times now, and I'm sorry.
You know what? It's always an adventure with Bobbi.
I know. I'm not good for public. I'm not fit for public knowledge or fit for
consumption.
I'm not fit for public consumption.
That's it. Stop consuming, Bobbi.
Don't consume me. Yes.
Okay, so Sarah's asking, is the eye I see when I meditate, is it my thalamus or inner eye?
Oh, I always see my third eye.
Do you?
Yeah, when I meditate, I see my third eye. Yeah. And I actually see it this way.
Yes.
So it kind of looks like a vagina.
Oh,
not an eye.
Yeah.
I used to when I would, because when I wanted to open it up, I'd say, "Angels, please open my third eye."
Yeah.
And then I would watch curtains open and there'd be an eyeball blinking at me.
Yeah.
But now actually when I visualize it always goes sideways. Oh. And I've come to see actually in Hindu gods and goddesses, their third eyes are sideways. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's why I see it. Must be. Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe I saw it subconscious, or maybe it's kind of like the gold chakra.
Very cool.
I go in, I see these things, and I'm contrary to popular belief.
I saw the gold chakra the other day. It was a really cool experience. I'm like, oh, I get it now. I get it. That totally makes sense. To the gold side. To the gold side.
Gold.
Awesome. And Josie's saying that she wears a lot of reflective jewelry like abalone and silver. That's beautiful. I mean, our jewelry is such a powerful
massive thing. That's why I made this one when I was Yeah. Well, yeah, it means so much.
Mhm.
I wear this because
Yeah.
my uncle aunt gave it to me for my 50th birthday.
Oh, beautiful.
So to me, it's silver, and it was made
Yeah.
by an artisan in Comox Valley.
Beautiful.
So
I love
I
that.
don't know who. I have no idea who.
Yeah. And I think that's actually also one of the reasons that it's important to clear your jewelry too.
Yeah. And do you wear certain things for that day, like
Some-
what you need that
Sometimes,
day?
yeah. I have a couple of pieces that I just sometimes always wear. Like I've been wearing this rose quartz one for
That's
a couple of weeks.
lovely.
Yeah, it's a Vogel. It's a Vogel
That
crystal.
is a snazzy crystal.
I will show it to you guys because Vogels are actually kind of interesting. So, oops, hold on, let me get closer. So I think, oh yeah, it's
can't
too
really
dark.
see
You can't
the
really
etching
see
of
it. Yeah, it basically if I hold it like no, sorry. So the Vogels are really interesting because they have one side that is really large and they have another side that is more pointed and it's directing the energy. So if you have the large side against your heart, then it is energy that you are sending out. But if you have the smaller side to you, then you are receiving and it is sending in.
Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I have one that's like that, and I put the bigger side in because
Yeah.
my body goes in.
Yeah, because it just fits.
Like there's like a crystal I actually put right here on my cleavage when I'm in the tub because it actually is shaped like this.
And
so
it just
sits
fits
there
and it
quite
just
perfectly.
sits. Yeah.
And the ladies just hold it in place. And
if that fits, that sits.
I am looking at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I think so because I
Okay.
still have to go home.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
still
I'm already
haven't
home.
eaten today.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Well,
I've had a couple pickles.
yeah.
Yeah, and I had a deviled egg.
I think you need some more food.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. I can go for it's weird.
Yeah.
I can go for miles and miles and miles. Never used to.
Yeah.
I would know if I missed a meal because I would vomit and my eyesight would disappear. Like, oh yeah, I would get like pinpoint eye a whole bit. Now
Oh.
I can go. I ate a deviled egg today.
we need to. Okay, so we have to go because we need to get Bobbi some food stat.
Good. But yes, I understand. Yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining us for
Yes.
our on the fly Oracle chats.
We were flying.
We were flying.
We'll fly again. I liked flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week
We
at
will.
a time.
We'll try to tell you. We'll try to tell you.
We'll give you some more information.
Yeah.
And I was going to say next week we're going to do some mirror manifestation work.
Is that next week?
Yeah, I've just made the executive decision that that's what we're going to do.
Okay, goody.
So-
I'd like to manifest some things.
Yeah. So keep your eye out. We are going to have some mirrors. I have a really amazing mirror that was gifted to me that I'll be
It's
bringing
really,
along.
really, really pretty.
Yeah. And I'll have information about how you can get your own if you choose. And yeah, we'll do some manifestation work next week. So join us, and if you can, bring a mirror.
See, my body knows it's shutdown
Yeah.
time.
It's
Start
time.
yawning.
It's time.
Yeah, it's like my last reading of the day. I'm like,
I'm
they
done.
know it's the last one.
Yeah. See, I work late, but Bobbi works not late like me. So
No, I work early.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I go to bed early, and I get up early.
Yeah.
It never used to be, but I married a faller.
Yeah. So now you have to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we used to get up like 4:30.
Yep. Because things.
Because things. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us, and we're sorry it was like it was all my fault.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
It'll be my fault next week too.
And then the next week will be mine.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, great. Okay.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Shall we namaste?
Yes, that's namaste.
Okay.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye.
Oops, my mouse isn't